Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Sylvie from Sylvie Stamps, and today we are talking about winter cards, how to put snow or ice on your cards. That's a little nicer than having that on the driveway. And so you can put it on trees like I did here, or you can put it on snowmen, of course. You can put it on any snowflake type of a thing, or just a snow scene. So we will be talking about both ways to do that, and some tips and tricks and all sorts of things like that. So let's go through the supplies. We'll be making this card today. Let's go through the supplies of what I used to make the card. So I used the Winter Woods stamp set, which has a really nice kind of Christmas greeting, but we don't have to make a Christmas card. Maybe someone has a birthday or anything like that. So we're not going to be using this greeting, but we're going to be using these trees, and there's some other trees there. There's also a really nice pine branch and pine cone that can be fun to use as well. And we're going to use the itty bitty greetings because it gives us a choice. There's lots of greetings. As you can see, it's a double set of stamps, and so there's a lot of choices there for greetings. So that's for the stamp sets. We are going to use Shaded Spruce ink pad for ink, and we are also going to be using the coordinating with the stamp set through In the Woods dies. Okay, and there's a number of different pieces in there. We will be using this one here to cut the tree, but this one also cuts the outside of this big pine tree here. So you can cut, I'll show you a piece there where you can cut the inside and the outside and give it really a good dimension there. There's also two trees without leaves, a set of leaves, as well as several pieces there to cut the pine branches and pine cones. So it's a really fun set of dies. And for paper, we're going to use soft seafoam, 8.5 by 5.5, and a piece of shaded spruce that is, I forget, let me double check here, 3.5 by 4.5, and of course then 3.25 by 4.25 for the Whisper White, and then just a little piece of a scrap for the of soft seafoam for the greeting here. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make the card, but before I do that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you are notified when I put up a new video. You don't want to miss any of them. So click on the bell also, and then you will be notified for sure. So let's grab our piece of Whisper White here and our ink pad, and we're going to stamp out the trees. Oh, I forgot to say what we're going to use for the snow and all that. So we're going to use for the snow, it's called Snowfall Accent Puff Paint. And for the ice, we're going to use the Shimmery Crystal Effects and the ice, what is it called again? Ice Stampin' Glitter. Okay, we're going to use those two together. So that's what is going to make it look like it's really winter. All right, so let's ink. I'm using the trees, the winter trees, and we're just going to ink them with a shaded spruce ink and stamp them on the Whisper White. I'm going to put them to the right of my Whisper White piece so that I have room for my other tree. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to just attach it using my snail to the piece of shaded spruce. It's a very simple card, really, except for just a little bit with that focal tree. And then we're going to attach that to our card base, which I need to fold here. So I'm taking my piece of soft seafoam and folding it in half, and then I'm going to attach these beautiful trees just like that. Okay, Give it a good press here so that there's a good bond. Okay, now let's talk about ice and snow. So I've die cut two of the trees there, so we can do one in snow and one in ice. I'm going to lift each of the branches here. You can use a bone folder. I like to use my fingers, whatever. It just gives it, again, that extra dimension. And you can still mail it, like, because even if it gets pressed a little bit, it's okay. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now, I'm going to talk to you also about, well, let's just do both the snow and the ice. And then I will give you some more tips on how to use the products. All right, so let's do all that. Lots of branches on that tree. Almost done. Okay, one more. Okay, so let's do the snow first. So we're going to use that Snowfall Accent Puff Paint, and I'm going to just slightly shake it. It's a liquid when you first apply it, and so I'm going to, and it has a very, very fine tip, so you can be very precise with it if you want to do just snowballs. So I'm just putting it on the edge of the branches here. And when you first put it on, it, you know, looks kind of funny, but you'll see after that, we're going to heat it up and then it puffs up. It's really, really cool that way. Okay, whoops, a little bit much here. That's okay. And then let's put a little bit on the edge here.